Today we are going to start with loop constructs or loops. So this is topic number 14.2. In this one we will be learning about while, do while and for loops. So what are these loops? Let's understand. So as the name suggests, it is something loop. This is a loop. So something that gets repeated again and again. We can call in our C++ program, we can put some statements or expressions that require again and again execution or repetitive execution. In those cases, we go for or we use these loops, and we have got three different types of loops to learn about here: while, do while, and for loop. They all are different from each other. How they work, we will be able to see once we learn about them one by one. So let's see what's there in the chapter. So it is a repetitive or iterative. That means again and again the repetition is going on for a loop. Sometimes we require a set of statements to be executed a number of times by changing the value of one or more variable each time to obtain a different result. For example, if I want to display a number from 1 to 10, I have to use this loop. Like first I have to display 1, then I have to increase the value by 1, and then I have to display 2, then I have to display 3 by increasing a value by 1, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, 8, 9 and 10. So this step is repeated every time only by increasing a particular value. So it follows a pattern. So these kind of things can be, or these kind of programs can be written using loop. So in that we are going to use three types, we can see here. So how they work, let's see. So first one is while loop, another one is do while loop, another one is for loop. What is the syntax of a while loop? While loop, first you have to put, after writing while, you have to put any condition that you want to execute here, and then after that the set of statements will be followed inside curly braces. The flow diagram shows something like this. Put a condition here. If that's true, the loop of the body is executed. If that is not true, it will go to the statements outside the while loop. Let's check this program. So in this program, they are asking to find the sum of first 10 natural numbers, that is 1, 2, 3 till 10. So first we have to understand what is a natural number. Natural number starts from 1 and it goes till infinity, but they are telling till 10. So you have to take till 10 and you have to find out what is the sum of all this. That means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus like that till 10. So we have to write a program to find out the sum of all these numbers. So the first step in this one is writing the IOStream. Then you have to write the main function as usual. Then you have to go for declaring the variables, and you have to initialize the values which you need, or initialize the variables that you need. So I am using here, or the program has used n and total. So total, both are of data type integer, and n is given or initialize the value as 1 here, and total has the value as 0. This total is used to store the sum of the values. So as we have started to use this while what while do, it uses a condition here. So we have to repeat these steps again and again till the value becomes 10. We should not go over it. That means if it is 11, the steps has to stop. This thing should not be repeated, or the sum need not be calculated after 11. So what is done here, it will be checking till 10 when the condition becomes less than or equal to 10. Now total plus equal to is given here. So what is happening in this step, the variable total is having a value as total plus n. That means whatever is the value of total, what is the value of total here? 0. 0 plus this n has the value 1. 0 plus 1 is done. So you will have 1. So total variable has the value 1 now. After that, n plus plus. N plus plus means the value of n will be increased by 1, or one more value will be calculated. So before the value of n was 1, now it will be 2. So these two step changes have taken place here. Now we have to repeat again, because now we got what is the value 1. Okay, now total has 1 here. Now next, here it is, we are doing manually just to understand what's happening in the program. Next one is, again after these steps are done, again this it will check the condition n less than or equal to 10. What is the value of n now? It is 2. Is this 2 less than or equal to 10? That's true. Since the second thing also is true, again these steps will be repeated. So this time what happens, you can see here the value of n is 2 here, and what is the value of total this time? 1. So this time it will be 1 plus 2, that means 3. So 3 is the value stored in total, and n plus plus makes this 2 as 3. Okay, so these two numbers are, or two variables are having a different value this time. Now again it will go for checking 3 is less than or equal to 10. Yes. Now if you go, this again condition is satisfied, so the value of n has become 3. So again if you check, what will happen, it satisfies the condition. Here you can see 1 plus 2 is already done. Now you got 3 as the output in total. So this is already happening. Now next it will be doing with 3. Okay, so this much is done till now manually. So till 10 it should do, so that we can understand. I'm just writing it for your understanding. So till 3 is done. Now next step is, again it will check with 3 less than 10. That's again true. So total becomes, now here value of n is 3 this time. 3, and value of total is 3. So 3 plus 3 becomes 6, and n becomes 4. Total is 6 and n is 4. So what happens? Again this 3 value is also calculated. The 6 is the thing. So first 3 numbers are added now. Okay, manually. I'm checking here manually. So the same steps will be repeated till the value of n is 10. Okay, so this same steps will be repeated till n becomes 10. So when the condition is 10 less than equal to 10, that is also true. But when the value becomes 11 next time, 11 less than or equal to 2, this is false. In that case it will not execute this one. So till 10 it will execute the values, and a sum will be stored in the variable total, whatever is the sum of this whole 1 to 10. After that, sum is stored, but it is not still displayed to you on the screen. So for that you have to use a cout message outside of your curly bracket, because this, after a while it has to repeat the steps and find out the sum, and outside it has to display cout on the screen what you want to see. So sum of first and natural number is, you can write, and which is the variable you're using, total is the variable. So in using that, your output should be shown onto the screen. Now we can see this program executed here. Let's check whether it is working or not. The same thing. Let's click on run. We can see the sum is displayed, and you can see a little bit space is less, so you can give space here if you want that space. So sum of first 10 natural numbers is 55. It's always be constant, and it is 55. You can check till 20 also, 100 also. So this program will work for that. You just have to change the limit that you are using here. So what we are going to do in this program is, we have a loop control variable that we have used. So we have to first initialize it, then we have to test, that is we are testing it in the condition, and then we are updating it. So we are doing all these things to that variable n. So that is known as loop control variable. So for n, first we have initialized a value, then we have checked in the while loop what is the condition related to it, and then we are at the end we are incrementing it, so updating it. So these are the three processes that is happening, and we in this one what we are doing is while some condition is followed after while. If this condition is satisfied, the whole thing is done, or the loop, it enters the loop, otherwise it won't. This is how while works. Next one is do while loop. So do while loop is somewhat similar to while, but it is quite different from while. Like do, some steps are included after do, and at the end only the while checks the condition. So at least once the value whatever, or whatever is the facts inside or statements inside the do, that will be executed. So at least once you will get it executed, and later on only that condition is checked. So from next time it won't execute it if the condition is not true. Same flow diagram you can see somewhat like this. Body of the loop is executed, and then condition is checked. If it is false, it goes to the next statement. If it is true, then again it will be checked. So at least once this thing will be done. So next one is to program another program to find the sum of first n natural numbers. So I think n natural numbers means you as a user or a programmer, you are inputting the value. So if I want it to be five natural numbers, output it will find out. If I'm finding 10, that also I can do. 15, that also I can do. So the things has to be done. Next one is IOStream. So what is the basic how the program goes? IOStream, then main function, then the value to be inputted from the user till how many I want to display. The sum number is variable, and this is for storing the sum of those values that we have taken as total in the last program. And you can use number for this iteration, like this loop control variable. So first step is to read till how many I want. So it is done through the cn step, or we can say it is like we can also display a cout message here, so that it becomes much clear to the whoever is inputting what you have to do. Otherwise the cursor will be blinking there and we are not just aware what we have to do. Okay, so when you write a good program, always include this cout for a better understanding. Next one is sum. So from the starting, the sum is initialized as 0, which is of integer type. Then comes the number 1. So we are starting from 1. So natural number starts from 1. That's why it is 1. Do, some steps are here, and then condition gets checked. So sum plus equal to number means sum is equal to sum plus number. That means sum is 0 and number is 1. That means 1. So number plus means number value will be 2 this time. So these steps will be taken place, and then it goes for checking the condition. So this time it will be 2 less than equal to, if it is 10, consider it is 15. I want to find out 15 plus 15 numbers sum. 2 less than 5, this is the condition here. That's true. And then it again goes inside the loop, and then it finds out what is the fact or expressions taking place here, and then it again checks the condition. It checks till 15, and after finding all the values, and the sum will be stored here, The expression displays the output. This statement displays the output of the sum. So let's check it. Next is for loop. Let's check this program. So that I have changed here. Cout is also displayed. So I want to find till 15. Or just to check if the value, if the program is working correct, let's check here. First 10 numbers I'm inputting here. Enter, it should come as 55. See, the output is correct. Always you have to check whether the output of your program is correct or not. Sometimes the logic is not right, it will be showing you a wrong output. So always go for simple numbers or which you are sure, and then check with other numbers also. Okay, now my exact program, I need 15. So 15 is the number that I want to input, and now the output comes as 120. Okay, so this step will be executed at least once in do while. Next one is for loop. For loop is somewhat similar to other loops, but its syntax is quite different from both of them. First one here, if you see, this is initialization. So whatever initialization you want to do, you can do here just after for, followed by a semicolon. Then you have to write a condition that has to follow here, and then increment. So all these things take place in one step. See here, first initialize, then check the condition, and then follow the steps, and then go for incrementing or decrementing. That is the step followed here. Okay, first one is initializing, then second one is testing, and then updating, but after executing the statements. If you see here, this is one statement where first value of I is 0, and it is checking if it is less than 5. That's correct. And then it goes to the next statement, 0, and 0 is less than 5. That is true. So next one is displaying this I. What is the value of I? It is 0. Okay, so 0 will be displayed. Then I value will be incremented. So this is the first step. Second step, execution of the statement, then again incrementing. So this time I becomes 1. Then again checking the condition. So 1 less than 5. This is also true. So again use this statement and display that 1. Okay, and then increment the value. So this time I becomes 2. So 2 less than, again check the condition, 2 less than 5. That is true. Since this is true, again it will be going to the next statement is to display. So 0, 1, 2, like that you will be getting the output as displayed here. You can check this program if you want. For character, it is something like this. Character, instead of integer, character is displayed, and then check till it is less than I plus plus cout, display the output. This is the program of for. Let's check the output. See here, you can see all the output down below. Why it is coming down? Because we have an end L here, end line. So it will go to the next line. If you don't include this, it will display in one line itself. So first this step, checking, goes to next statement, then increments, again testing, going to the statements, again incrementing, and this is repeated till this condition becomes false. So once 5, when I reaches 5, 5 is less than 5. That's not correct, that's false. So At that time, this loop will be exited. Next one is in-text questions. In-text questions 14.2. How many times will the following loop be executed? Let's execute this program. How many times it is showing you the output? You can use a cout. So I think S is the variable used to display this. Six times it is displaying. So S is the value or the variable for counting that how many times it is done. First time S is 0, next time it will be 1. So once, second, so 6 times 6 is the output. 6 times it is executed. Let's go to the next program. Question is how many times the loop is executed. So inside loop you have got this statement, so it is executed once. This cout is outside the loop. The loop is executed once. What will be the output of the program? Output is this. This is the output. It's displaying 0, 0 all the time. Output is 12. Let's say here output is 12. This is the option answer. This is the output 0 to 10. Display 0 to 10 is the answer. Output is 49. Value of the digit is 49. Output. It's 49 here. 49. So in-text question is done. Execute and see the output. Next one is jump statement. So jump statement is unconditional. The before things that we have learned is conditional statement, and here this is unconditional. That means the transfer goes to the program wherever these unconditional statements are mentioned. So for that we have three statements basically: go to, break, and continue. You can see here go to, break, and continue is there. When we use this in the program, Instead of going to the next statements, the program jumps out of, or it shows some other type of character when you include it in the C++ programming. For example, if it is goto statement is used. So goto and name of a label is mentioned here. When you mention this, it searches for this particular label and it goes to the particular portion of your program. This is the syntax of goto. You have to mention the name of the label as well as you have to mention what the label does. That also is to be done. So this program go to label 3. If you see this go to label 3 or is there, so automatically it searches from here where is the label 3. So it is label 3 here. So directly instead of executing to label 2, it goes to label. Instead of executing the next statement, it goes to the other statement where the label is being mentioned from the statement 1. Actually, it is not a very good programming skill to use a goto because it just interrupts the flow of usual flow of your program. So let's check here what is done in this program. You can see here step 2 is there. This step goto step is there. So no, we don't have to do anything here. After this, it's do while statement. You can check here. It is do while statement. A do is there and a while is there, but also you have this step. So what is the thing? When it says go to step, it automatically jumps from here to here and again it do this. Usually how a do while program works, that is not the way this program will be working because of this go to label. So go to steps interrupts the usual flow of your program. So like that you have to include it. You can see the output like this: 1 2 3 4. For that 5 it was not executed. 6 7 8 9. You see that program, if number becomes equal to 5, you have to do some other step and then go to this step again. Okay, increment it, then go to it. So for 5 the output won't be shown here. Next one is break. So what this break do, it usually used in switch statement, it just comes out of that loop. If you want to end that particular iteration, you just have to come out of the loop, but use this break. Skips the rest of the loops and goes out of the loop. That's the purpose of your break statement. Then continue is used in loops and causes a program to skip the rest of the body of the loop. If we use continue, the rest of the things will not be executed. Statement 1, then some condition. If we use continue, this will be skipped. Continue in your program, the rest of the loop is skipped and this thing continues. Next iteration continues. Next one is exit function. So what exit function do is can be stopped at any time using this exit code. Here it is mentioned it requires process.h, but actually it is stdlib.h. As far as it is mentioned stdlib.h, but it is stdlib is the header file used. Next one is in-text questions 14.3. Process control to go to an operation, a label, a variable, a function. This is the answer, a label. Break statement causes an exit. What break does? Only from the innermost loop, no. From the innermost switch, no. It's not necessary if you are using switch. From all the loops and the switches, yes. Wherever is the loop, it comes out of that. And if you use a switch and you use break after that, anything after following this switch cases won't be executed. So this is the correct answer. From the innermost loop of switch, that's not right. Next one is continue statement within a loop causes control to go to next iteration. The body of the loop is skipped and it will go to next iteration. The name of the header file to be included for exit, it is stdlib.h. What will be the output of the program? Execute this program and let's check what is the output. So output is 9. X starts from 10 and then it gets decremented, and once the condition becomes equal to 4, this iteration is skipped. Okay, and then it starts with the next one. Question is this one. Let's check the output. FG is the output of this program. FG. This putchar is used for displaying the integer to unsigned character and to write to the file that we have not learned, but that is a function of putchar. The only purpose is to check the output in this program. So FG is the output. So this is the matching output. Thank you.